Hi everybody and welcome. This is Chuck Boulais and that's me in the picture in the center of your screen right there. Today I'm doing a video review on an upcoming product called Make Money with Meghan by Meghan Thompson with Tim and Zach, and I'm going to be speaking kind of quickly here because I have a lot to say about Make Money with Meghan, and this video may already go a little longer than I want, so please bear with me because there's a lot of good information in here and I really want to make sure I get it all out to you. Before we go any further, I want you to know that I'm not trying to sell you Make Money with Meghan, and I have no affiliation with the company or the product, so you will not find an advertising link to Make Money with Meghan down below in my YouTube video description, and you can put your money away right now. For those of you who've never seen one of my videos before, as I said, my name is Chuck Boulais, and I've been in the marketing business for well over 20 years, and when I left that career, I did so to start my own business on the greatest landscape the world has ever known as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, the World Wide Web. I think the internet is the greatest place to start a business today, but when I did that, I banged my head against the wall for well over a year, just trying to figure out the basics of online marketing, how to make money online, and where me and my personal talents and my skill set just might be a good fit. Now, during that time, I invested literally an embarrassing $40,000 of my own money from my own savings and retirement accounts just trying to build a business online, any kind of business, and learn how to break into making money on the internet. I ended up buying almost every kind of internet program, one-on-one coaching plan, and different online product launch that you can possibly imagine, and each and every one of them told me that I'd make thousands of dollars a month, and most of these products and programs almost always promised that I'd do so with very little effort on my part, maybe even with only one or two clicks of the computer mouse, or maybe even totally on autopilot. And that's not to mention the amount of time I spent studying and studying and studying every single product I bought and every piece of advice that was given to me by all of my personal coaches. So, what I want you to know is that I'm not an online guru, I'm not a member of any inner circle, I'm a normal everyday guy who's made mostly good decisions, but in all honesty, I've made my share of bad ones too, and after some bumps and bruises, my online business has finally taken off, and I've been having some really great results. Now, let me tell you that most of that success has come since I made a conscious decision to help people online as much as I can, and since I started doing these videos. And once I decided that even if I can keep just one person a day from making just one of the same mistakes I made, I think it'll all be worth it. Success will be mine, and that's because I truly believe that success comes to those who help others and who love what they do. Now, during all of that unbelievably long and expensive and somewhat painful personal research that I had to do, the most important thing I found out is that when you're looking into buying any type of product or program that's being offered for sale online, that it's a business decision. So you're going to want to utilize your business wisdom and your business acumen, or else you're going to end up being just another victim, and you're going to lose a lot of valuable time and money, and I don't think any of us can afford to waste one single bit of either one of those valuable resources. If you can always remember to utilize that business wisdom and that business acumen of yours, and always keep in mind that just about 90% of program launches online are either really bad fits for people and their particular personal talents and skill sets, some of them under-deliver on their promises, others are just repackaged old products, and yes, still others are maybe even just out-and-out scams, you can save yourself a lot of time, money, and energy. Now, I'm not saying that Make Money with Meghan is a scam or a bad fit for anyone, not in the least, but I do want you to know a little bit about what you're getting into right up front, so you can make an informed decision, and you don't end up throwing money away at yet another product that leads you down a long dark road that just doesn't work out for you, and you find yourself at yet another dead end, all that much more broke and losing all of that precious time. So, what is Make Money with Meghan? Well, Make Money with Meghan is a new online work-from-home business opportunity that's actually been around for quite some time. The product promises to teach you how to make lots of passive income by setting up what are called empire sites in multiple niches. These empire sites will then supposedly operate on autopilot with very little effort, if any, work on your part. This promotion of Make Money with Meghan is actually scheduled for release on September 1st, 2013, but as I said, the product has been around for quite some time now, so I suspect that this big release is just a launch date for Tim and Zach's big promotion of the product, which will include some big cash prizes for the biggest producing affiliates. The initial offer price being made to you to buy Make Money with Meghan is supposed to be $0. That's right, free, but it's not free. I've been told that by the end of the promotional video you have to pay as much as $60, and then after you get into the program, the very first thing they tell you to do before you even go back to their website for the final sign-up of Make Money with Meghan, they immediately offer you a great deal on a web hosting account, so I highly suspect this whole program is really just a front for a web hosting program that's just trying to get a whole bunch of people to give up their names and email addresses so someone can sell you, number one, overpriced website hosting, and or number two, build an email list so that they can sell you stuff via spam email over and over again in the future. Once you sign up for Make Money with Meghan, at some point you're going to be shown another offer that says something like, we're going to build you a professional looking website that normally would cost you $927 bajillion or some such amount, and they'll want to give you some great deal on web hosting service, and they'll really pressure you into thinking you have to have this hosting service or this site until they've convinced even the smartest or most skeptical of us that we do. And then once you whip out your credit card from your wallet and purse and spend whatever the initial web hosting offer is, which by the way is always 3 times more than you'd pay with a reputable site hosting service like HostGator or Namecheap or somebody like that, they bring on the full court press and tell you that you could have this at an even bigger discount if you just commit to the annual plan or 2-year plan or whatever. And you know what? It does make sense, except for the fact that it's only because they're charging you so much more than they should be on the basic month at a time cost. So if you end up getting Make Money with Meghan and you do start seeing these site hosting ads either through an upsell offer or you start getting inundated with spam about web hosting, do not buy beyond the month-by-month plan, because although it may sound like the best deal to pay for yearly or 2-year hosting deal up front, don't do it, because if you find out Make Money with Meghan is not for you, that you can't make money doing it, or you just can't work that hard, chances are you will never be able to get a refund for all of that prepaid site hosting. My experience has been that the site hosting company just doesn't respond to your requests or customer support emails, and you might as well have put a match to your money. Now, I want to tell you about one other thing that you need to always be aware of, a little secret technique that you should always try whenever you evaluate any product being offered for sale online. Make Money with Meghan may have what they call a downsell. So if you click off that initial offer, the very first one you're presented with, go ahead and try to click off that initial offer page, and you'll be immediately offered a lower price for Make Money with Meghan or the web hosting service, a much lower price. Now this reduction in price is called a downsell, and here's another little secret for you. If you're presented with any upsells during the presentation of Make Money with Meghan or the website hosting service, each and every one of those upsells that you're going to be presented with later on, after you click on the initial offer, if you click off those upsells, you initially refuse them, you just might be presented with a downsell for that additional product, that one-time offer, at a much lower cost. And these lower costs are actually the real cost of products like Make Money with Meghan or these website hosting services. Now, I wanted to make sure to mention this practice here for those of you who weren't aware of how prevalent downselling is in the online product launch arena. About 50% of the product launches I review, regardless of the niche or type of product, employs the practice of downselling. So don't forget to check for it in every product you're evaluating. And by the way, if you've ever seen one of my videos before, you've heard me talk about this practice. This technique of downselling, reducing the product price if you start to walk away. I really don't like this, and it's something we all have to be prepared for in every single one of these new product launches, something we always have to be looking out for so we don't waste money. I think it's misleading and it's unfair, and I really wish product developers would just tell you the price of the product right up front. And everybody in the industry does it, so don't blame Meghan Thompson or Tim and Zach if they do it here. They didn't invent it. This practice of downselling is a very old sales technique that's been around forever, and it's something that's been proven to psychologically make it easier to get you to spend your money over and over and over. It really makes me feel bad for the person who doesn't know just how common a practice downselling is and doesn't take advantage and prepare themselves for it. Just think of all the money they waste just because they aren't aware of how often developers use the practice of downselling. Now, this release or re-release or whatever it is of Make Money with Meghan is paying very high commissions, and they have a lot of big prizes going to its top affiliate marketers. So that should tell you how much money and how much profit they expect to make from this product launch. And because of its high commission payout, you know that this product is going to be popular with email advertisers out there. So be prepared. You're going to be inundated with a lot of emails, advertisements, flashing ads, positive must-buy reviews all over the internet, and a lot of advertising is going to be coming at you from all different directions, and it seems like there's going to be a lot of pressure for you to buy this product. Finally, and in all good conscience, and these guys are going to hate me for saying this, but I do feel I have to tell you that I've reviewed and even purchased these kind of programs myself before, and I've even hired a one-on-one coach for over $10,000 to help me with my marketing, and neither did me as much good as what I'm doing today for free. In any event, there are so many better ways to make money online and from home, maybe even in your part-time. Like I said before, I've really started to have a lot of success on the internet recently, and that success has come only since I decided to help people and since I started doing these videos. If you're new to internet marketing, or you've even been here for a while and haven't made a whole lot of money or seen a whole lot of success, I want to share something with you that's really been working gangbusters for me. In fact, no one is more surprised than I am at how well this has been working. After wandering around and buying just about every product and program that was being offered out there, like Make Money with Meghan, I finally found one that worked and finally allowed me to say enough to forking out cash to any more of these online product launches, those emails about the latest, greatest ideas of the week, or any of these make easy money fast and easy schemes. Thank heaven. After spending all those tens of thousands of dollars of my own hard-earned money, I finally found a program called Instant Payday Network. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to give me any money. That's a promise. So don't go away. Please put your money away. You don't need it, and surprise, surprise, I don't want it. What I'm going to tell you about is 100% free. And right about now, you're probably saying, come on, Chuck, you're just trying to sell me into your program just like all the other guys out there. And I'm going to tell you that no, I'm not selling you anything. I am trying to tell you about a phenomenal opportunity, but I'm not selling you anything because what I want to tell you about costs $0 and 0 cents. Instant Payday Network is free. Unlike the other programs out there like Make Money with Meghan, this program really is free. It's not offering you any kind of website or website hosting. It's not $39. It's not $69. It's not even $1. So I'm not selling you anything. Now, what happens with Instant Payday is very simple. You get compensated $58 whenever anyone comes into Instant Payday and completes the free program. Now, the system was created by a guy by the name of Jeff Buchanan, and you can see his picture right there. He's pretty much an ordinary guy. He's very soft-spoken. I've met him, and yes, he is my friend, and he's a really good guy, and he's very, very smart. Jeff's system, the way he set it up, he actually has no buy-in fees or upfront costs whatsoever. There are zero website fees, zero maintenance fees, and there are no hidden fees later on. There are no upsells after you get in. Once you're in, it's still free. You don't have to learn how to set up a website, how to blog, how to do SEO. You don't need to know how to do any of that stuff, folks. It's really that simple. Now, I do want to put your mind at rest about a few things. Instant Payday is not an MLM. So those of you that have been burned by the multi-level marketing business model, rest easy that Instant Payday is not an MLM. You don't have to bug your friends and family like you would say with Amway or Avon or all those other companies that we're also inundated and pressured to sell for. There's no cold calling. You never have to pick up a telephone and call some unsuspecting stranger that you've never met off a list that maybe you've had to buy, and you certainly don't ever have to go out and see anyone. And there's no product or inventory to ship. So what do we get with the Instant Payday Network, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we get a free, complete, turnkey marketing system. And that marketing system includes our choice of not one, but 3 complete free capture pages. And each one of those capture pages has a tested 35 to 50% conversion rate with no website hosting fees either. We get a free automated sales funnel so that all of your referrals and all of your leads are funneled directly to you. No one else gets them, no one else sees them. We get a free email autoresponder. And we get all of the free training we need to start making money right now. And oh yeah, did I mention that it's 100% free to get started? Now I do want to go back and talk a minute about this capture page, the one with the tested 35 to 50% conversion rate. If you had to purchase this tested capture page somewhere else, it's going to cost you $25 to $30 a month just in website hosting fees. And if you wanted to have one designed, built, and tested for you so that it was as effective as the one Jeff gives us for free, that'd be about $200 a year. The email autoresponder, if you had to purchase that on your own, that by itself would cost you at least $30 to $50 a month if you went with a company like Aweber or Constant Contact or any one of the hundreds of companies out there that you'd have to spend all that time researching in order to evaluate which one is best for you. And that's not to mention how long it would take you to learn to set it up and make it run as effectively and efficiently as this one. But Jeff's already done all that, and he provides it to us for free. He's written all of the product introductory emails, all of the follow-up marketing emails, and he's put them in that autoresponder so that they're all sent out automatically at the appropriate intervals. You don't even have to write an email with the Instant Payday system. Jeff does tons of video, audio, and written training here himself, and that training is excellent. It's second to none. He'll take you from the ground up and teach you the basics to the advanced techniques of online marketing and the best and fastest ways to capitalize with this system. And he's not going to charge a dime for any of that either. In addition, you get personal access to me. I'll help you with your training, and I'll support you personally, and that's because I really want to build a great team and help my people out. Once you sign up and qualify for the Instant Payday Network system, I give you my personal email address and my phone number, so you're not just left out there twisting in the wind and having to fend totally for yourself. And I can assure you that I'm not going to charge you anything, and I'm always available within just a few hours of your contacting me. Why am I always available? Because I love what I do. I love Instant Payday Network, and I'm grateful for what it's done for me. This is a free system that you can do at home, ladies and gentlemen. You can even do this in your part-time if you'd like. I personally know people making $10,000 to $20,000 a month with Instant Payday Network. Now remember, the reason why Instant Payday Network stands alone from all the other programs out there is because it costs nothing to join to get started. Zip. Nada. Zilch. And you make $25 to $58 for each person that signs up for free offers. The other great thing about Instant Payday Network is that you're paid your money from multi-million-dollar corporations. This is all part of their huge advertising budgets that they've allocated and set money aside for just this kind of advertising, and that means that you don't have to rely on the average product developer dude to put his hand into his pocket and give you money whenever he remembers or thinks about it. And this type of compensation system means that you get paid daily with the Instant Payday Network. I get paid every day with Instant Payday. So the question I guess I have for you at this point is, should you spend money for a product like Make Money with Meghan or any other online product for that matter when you could actually earn money with Instant Payday for free? Sometimes making money is simple. I don't think we have to overanalyze this one too much. If you know of another program online that's free to get started, a program that has the potential to make you $10,000 to $20,000 a month, I would encourage you to go for it and embrace it, my friend. On the other hand, if you can't find a program like that online, you just found one. I encourage you, do not pull out your wallet and spend your money on yet another expensive program with untested, untried, or empty promises. You have an opportunity right here to get started finally making some real money online. You can start making money within 24 to 48 hours, and all you have to do is click the link right below this video. Right below this video, there's a link on the left-hand side in the video description. You won't be disappointed. Go ahead and click one of the links there right below the video. As a matter of fact, I put 2 or 3 links down there right below the like symbol, the thumbs up symbol YouTube gives you. You want to look for the link that says DignityRestored.com because that's what I want you to do. I want you to restore your dignity and start making money online the way you deserve. Get into and work the Instant Payday program. You won't regret it, I promise. So go ahead and click the link. Give yourself a break. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side.